Hey guys, it's Marguerite, and today we'll be talking about 10 characters in the Narutoverse who could have been Hokage, but they never were for various reasons. Now, we all know what the Hokage is and what qualifies a person to become Hokage. And for that reason, many of these characters were not able to become Hokage, and sometimes they're contemporaries, meaning the people who they were in the same era with stop them from being Hokage for various different reasons. So I'm going to go over 10 characters from the Narutoverse who could have been Hokage, and by Naruto I mean Naruto and Boruto in one. Now, number 10 on the list has a bit of controversy, and it's Master Konohamaru. Now, Konohamaru is rumored to going to be the 8th Hokage, but he's still not Hokage, guys, so you know what? Konohamaru for number 10. Now, the reason why I think Konohamaru could be Hokage is because of his grandfather, Sarutobi. And I think that overall his character, his personality is fitting of Hokage given how well he interacts with people and how well he motivates them. He also has the will of fire. And he was able to take down a pain at the age of, one body of pain while he was very young. He was probably 7 or 8 at the time, using a Rasengan. So he mastered a really powerful jutsu at a very young age. He's also the student of Naruto. He's the current 7th Hokage. So you know, Konohamaru for number 10. Now, number 9 on the list is none other than Neji Hyuga. Now, the reason why I have Neji on this list is because of the character development that he went through before his death. Now, you do know that when he started out, he wasn't very nice. He was more of an asshole. And over time, we've seen him grow and started to care about Lady Hinata, so much to the point that he gave his life to protect her. And it's something that I have to look into, because the way he spoke after, Shippuden started, the way he is as a person, the way he has grown, really speaks volume to his character development. And I think the character that he became would have been able to become a really splendid Hokage, in my opinion. Now, number 8 on the list is none other than Shikamaru. Now, Shikamaru, you guys, for me is, if it weren't Naruto, I think Shikamaru would have been a really good 7th Hokage, a really great one at that. I think his knowledge really sets him above everyone else of that era. And the only reason why Naruto is, the 7th Hokage is because Naruto himself. I'm not counting Danzo in my list, guys. I don't think Danzo was ever Hokage. He was there for like 2 days and he got his ass killed. So, you know what? I'm counting Naruto as 7th. And yeah, so Shikamaru is one of those guys who would have been Hokage for various reasons. But his knowledge overall, he's not the strongest character you'll ever come across. But his intelligence is where all damage gets done. He doesn't have to be the strongest either, because the intelligence that he has with this level of plotting and scheming, it's brilliant. Shikamaru for number 8. Now, number 7 on the list is none other than Might Guy. And the reason why Might Guy could have been Hokage is because of the brightness in his heart. He's not someone who harbors out of darkness, and I think the village could use that, especially that the village and the entire ninja world is coming off a very dark age and trying to head into a much brighter future. I think Guy would have been perfect. I think his strength, especially using the 8 gates, though I'm not sure if he can use that anymore given he's in a wheelchair right now, is something that could really help him to take down some of the strongest opponents. Because remember, guys, Hokage needs to be someone who is able to protect the village. And my guy, 8 gates mode, yep, able to kick Madara's ass. Now, number 6 on the list is none other than Orochimaru. Now, why is Orochimaru on the list? Orochimaru is on the list mainly because he was supposed to be the Hokage when Minato became Hokage. Well, that's how he and Danzo put it. And the reason why he wasn't Hokage because of his inhumane practices and his thirst for blood, and him not becoming Hokage kind of made things worse. So Orochimaru is easily a candidate for becoming Hokage because of his strength, because of his knowledge about ninjutsu. But he wouldn't have been Hokage because of his bloodlust and because of the darkness in him. Although I don't see that being any different from Danzo becoming Hokage. But that's a story for another day. Now, who could number 5 be? Now, number 5, guys, is a personal pick, a personal favorite, and it's Jiraiya. Does anybody know Jiraiya's last name? Like, seriously, does anybody know Jiraiya's last name? You know what? Forget it. So Jiraiya is number 5 on my list because guess what? I think would have been a better Hokage than Tsunade. Now, Tsunade did do a good job in raising Naruto to really realize his potential. That it helped Naruto to win over the village, I might add. But Jiraiya is one of those ninja that comes along once, maybe twice in a lifetime. And he wasn't a genius at first, he was a Naruto, but the way that he grew, and I think that because he wasn't strong to begin with, he wasn't the strongest or the sharpest student in the class, I think it's something that would enable him to really interact with the weaker students, with the weaker people in the village. And I think that his love for Shinobi and the ninja world, because remember, he set out on a journey to find out how to change the Shinobi world and to find a student who would have changed the Shinobi world. So there is no doubt about Jiraiya's love for the Shinobi world. I think that Jiraiya's strength, come on, he's a sage. There aren't many stronger than Jiraiya, guys, trust me. But Jiraiya's personality is really what sets him apart. Now, I'm not sure about how many maids he would have working in that office with him and how much work he would have gotten done. But that's Jiraiya for you guys, number 5 on the list. Now, number 4 is... I was torn between putting this character at number 4 or number 3, but I'm going to put him at number 4. And that's Madara. Now the reason why Madara is number 4 on the list is because there are a lot of reasons why he would not become Hokage, especially with the people not really liking him so much, him not being so much of a people person, and the only person who wanted him to become Hokage was the Hokage himself, and that's pretty damn right, Hashirama. Now the reason why Madara could become Hokage is because he was one of the founding elders of the village. You know, he together with Hashirama formulated the plan, the idea of forming a village to protect everyone. And let's face it, guys, second to Hashirama, there is really no one else who can stop him. Like, he is perhaps, and in many of you guys' opinion, one of the strongest Shinobi and perhaps the strongest Uchiha in history. Now, my opinion might differ, my opinion might not differ. So that really speaks volumes to his strength. And given that he was one of the founding fathers of the village and really recognized as the founding father of the modern day Uchiha, if I might add, Madara for the win, but it's controversial given that he's at number 4, right? And number 3 explains why. Now number 3 is none other than Fugaku Uchiha, and Fugaku is Itachi and Sasuke's father. So yeah, number 3 is Fugaku Uchiha. Now the reason why I'm putting Fugaku Uchiha on the list is because, alright, there was this one filler slash canon, I don't know if it's filler or canon, it's listed as filler, where he showed Itachi his Mangekyo and said that he could indeed control the Nine Tails. Now the reason why this is important to me is that even if it's filler, and let's say it's not real, I think that given that his children are Itachi and Sasuke, god damn it, of course he's powerful, of course he's strong, and he was also the leader of the Leaf Police Force, and he was also, might I add, the leader of the Uchiha at that time. Now, he was also being heralded among his clanmen as a candidate, a person they would like to see become Hokage. Now, the reason why he didn't become Hokage is because the Uchiha was segregated and they weren't really in love at that time. And you know, there was a lot going on at the village at the time of Minato's death. And Lord Third took over again, not to my liking, because I do think that Sarutumi being in charge of the village was really what fucked up the Uchiha in the end. But Fugaku, he could have been Hokage, and the reason why he never became Hokage was because of all the hate being directed towards Uchiha at that time. Now at number 2 on my list is another Uchiha, and it's none other than Sasuke. And the reason why Sasuke is on this list, and the reason why Sasuke could have been Hokage, and the reason why he's at number 2 is because, in my opinion, he's the strongest Uchiha in history. And the only person who can stop him is the current Hokage, Naruto. Now the reason why I say that Uchiha Sasuke could be Hokage and ranked so high, might I add, is because that, you know what, ever since he was born, ever since he started growing up, he was really one of those ninja apart from all other ninja. He was a genius among genius, and the things that he has done is exemplary of the ninja world, you know, making progress. Given, you know, Kagasuchi where you can control the black flames and stuff like that. And there is a really big argument against him, and I'm going to address it right now. He, like Orochimaru, really never set the pace, they never set the tone for themselves becoming a Hokage from very early on, given the way they've behaved, the things that they've done. Now, Sasuke himself set out on a journey to kill his brother, and after killing his brother died in battle against him. he decided, you know what, I am going to destroy the Leaf Village, and then he's like, you know what, I'm going to save the Leaf Village, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to destroy the Shinobi World, and he's like, you know, I'm going to save the Shinobi World. So he never really decided, he never decided firmly on what he wanted to do, and it's only in the end he said that, you know what, I'm going to become Hokage. And might I add, his definition for becoming Hokage was pretty flawed, it was pretty skewed, and that would have been a problem if he was Hokage. But his strength is one of the reasons why he would undoubtedly be able to become Hokage, his knowledge of the Shinobi world, because remember guys, Sasuke has been involved with Orochimaru for a while. He knows about the underworld, he knows a lot of things that happen that, you know, many other high execs would have to need researchers and undo to get a hold of. So for that reason, his knowledge. Number 2 on the list, Sasuke. Now number 1 on the list is Itachi. And Itachi, my dear friends, was heralded as a person who taught like a Hokage at the age of 8 or was it 10. It's on the Naruto fandom page. It's not really a reliable source, but given what we've seen of Itachi and the praise that he's gotten from it was like 7 where guys, there's no doubt in Itachi's ability. So you know what, the video is done. And like the video if you did, comment and subscribe, and you know what, let's have some fun going forward. Thank you guys.